Mbeumo still hasn't walked through the doors at Manchester United, despite their clear interest. So, what's the latest? People keep asking, what's happening? And honestly, it feels like I've asked that same question more than any other during this transfer window. At this point, it's starting to feel like a classic summer transfer saga. We know United are keen. Their second bid was turned down, but there's still belief within the club that they can eventually reach an agreement to sign Mbeumo. A third offer is expected, and that could well be the final one for the Brentford forward. United are eager to get the deal wrapped up before their preseason tour of the United States, with hopes of having Mbeumo on the plane alongside new head coach Ruben Amorim. The main sticking point remains the fee and, crucially, the structure of the payments. Brentford have consistently insisted they want £65 million, most of it paid up front. So, Manchester United either need to get creative with their offer or hope Brentford soften their stance to get the deal done. It feels like déjà vu saying this, but it genuinely seems close. And yet, until that third bid is officially submitted, we're all just playing the waiting game now. On Brentford's side, they're not standing still. If Mbeumo does move on, they know they need a solid replacement ready to go before the season kicks off. One name they're heavily interested in is Omari Hutchinson from Ipswich Town. From what I've heard, Brentford made several approaches for Hutchinson earlier this week, but Ipswich turned them all down. Here's where it gets interesting. The two clubs were in discussions on Tuesday ahead of a 5 p.m. deadline, which marked the expiry of Hutchinson's £35 million relegation release clause. Brentford reportedly met the £35 million clause, but failed to comply with the payment terms attached to it. As a result, the deal fell through and the clause expired. Now, Ipswich are in full control of Hutchinson's price tag, meaning they can demand whatever fee they want going forward. Brentford still remain interested and are likely to come back with another offer. Ipswich, for their part, aren't looking to sell, but as we know, saying a player isn't for sale doesn't mean much if the right bid lands on the table. Every player has a price. Hutchinson still has 4 years left on his contract. Ipswich, who brought in a number of new signings last summer, included relegation clauses like his as a safeguard, ensuring they could still cash in on key talents and reinvest if they dropped back into the Championship to AS. For whether Brentford's pursuit of Hutchinson depends on Mbeumo's departure, the answer is slightly nuanced. They have independent interest in the Ipswich winger, but there's no doubt that he's the top candidate to fill Mbeumo's shoes if he does leave. Brentford won't risk selling one of their best players without having a clear replacement lined up. That's just smart business. Switching gears for a moment, Teddy Sheringham recently weighed in on Manchester United's current state. And when a former Premier League icon, who played at the highest level into his 40s and won major honours at both Tottenham and United, speaks up, you pay attention. He's earned the right to be heard, and his words carry weight. Looking at the wider picture, Barcelona's interest in Marcus Rashford is very real. He's their top target for the left wing. There hasn't been a formal bid yet, but their interest hasn't waned. One major factor in their favor? Rashford is reportedly very eager to play for Barcelona and hasn't hidden his desire to make the move to La Liga. The sticking point, as usual, will be financial. United are looking at Rashford, an academy graduate, as a pure profit sale, meaning they'll expect full value. They want £40 million, the same fee agreed with Aston Villa before that deal fell through. Beyond Rashford, several other players are also trying to secure exits. United have asked some of them to delay returning to training to focus on sorting out their futures. Jadon Sancho is one of them. Juventus are very interested in bringing him in, though they're currently finalizing a deal for Porto's Francisco Conceição. That move involves a €32 million fee paid in 4 installments after negotiations over his €30 million release clause. Interestingly, signing Conceição doesn't necessarily mean the end of their pursuit of Sancho. Sources indicate Juventus could still try to bring Sancho in, but they would need to offload players first. Talks are already underway between Juventus and Marseille over a move for Timothy Weah, which could help free up funds. Discussions are also open between Juventus and Sancho's representatives, though there's no agreement yet, either on the transfer fee nor personal terms. Wages are a major hurdle, as Sancho is on significant money. Still, United would consider selling him for around £25 million, the same amount Chelsea would have had to pay to make his loan permanent. Another United player potentially on the move is Antony. Real Betis are desperate to sign him after a strong second half of last season. The challenge, again, lies in the finances. But there's no doubt Betis want him, and Antony is keen to make the move alongside Rashford, Sancho, and Antony. United are also exploring exits for Tyrell Malaysia and Alejandro Garnacho. As for Garnacho, he's continued to post cryptic messages on social media, but no firm offers have come in. Napoli were interested earlier this window, but nothing materialized. It seems he would prefer to stay in the Premier League if he leaves. At all.to bring it all back, Manchester United's attempts to sign Bryan Mbeumo have hit a wall after Brentford upped their asking price to £70 million. Sir Jim Ratcliffe remains adamant about sticking to the club's £65 million valuation and won't be pressured into paying more. At the end of June, United believed that a £65 million deal was close, even preparing for Mbeumo's medical. Brentford's sudden shift in valuation has frustrated both Ratcliffe and football director Jason Wilcox, who are determined to stay disciplined in negotiations. Brentford, on the other hand, feel they have leverage. Even though Mbeumo's current deal expires next summer, the club holds an option to extend it by a year, effectively giving them control over his immediate future. If United want to raise their offer, it may depend on sales or loans of players like Rashford, Garnacho, Antony, Sancho, or Malaysia. United claim all five have expressed a desire to leave the SO. While there's no shortage of moving parts, one thing is clear: this transfer window is shaping up to be one of United's busiest in years.